basically Thrall's creator,
Metzen.
Chris Metzen. There you go. He came back, sort of.
I have no idea who that is. I know he's a writer or a creator for Warcraft, but he's like the only name that I can pull out of my ass that does Warcraft stuff. So
He's kind of like one of the he was at one point one of the big heads as far as like creating story, and
I'm up,
then
by the way.
eventually he left, and then I heard recently that he came back from like retire. I think it's retirement or whatever it was. He left and he's
Yeah.
back now. So I guess I am assuming Blizzard's just kind of like desperate. But yes, I know a lot of lore for Warcraft simply because I roleplayed in the setting, so I needed to know things, so I spent a lot of time reading various wiki pages.
Yeah, I could never get into roleplay for WoW. I think I've talked about this before, but the main reason I could not get here's the thing about WoW. I actually like the aesthetic in general. Like, I like the cartoony aesthetic. The music was good. The areas, like the zones and stuff, were big and expansive, and I liked that they were all connected and stuff. You know, per continent, obviously, but it was nice. I liked the immersion of having to wait for a boat to arrive before you could, you know, get on, and you would just walk on. Like, you don't have to click on anything. You just literally walk on the boat, and then it sails off. Sorry, hold on. My internet has been messing up. Like, Windows is asking me to authorize stuff for network use, like, again, as if I've never.
Was there an update for you?
There might have been an update. Anyway, you know, the gameplay was, you know, was fine. The questing, mechanically, it was fine. You know, of course, this is back when give me 10 bare asses was not old hat necessarily.
It's because it was still new. The whole
Yeah.
idea of like a massively multiplayer role-playing game was not really a thing.
Well,
Or at
no,
least
it's
not
it's not.
commonplace.
No, it's not that. They were MMOs. They were big MMOs before Warcraft. Warcraft didn't invent MMOs. What Warcraft did was it made it more of a
Casual experience.
theme park. Yeah, it gave you stuff. It gave you motivation. It gave you
as
quests.
much it would pain people to hear me say, no, Warcraft was very much aimed at casual players.
And like again, it's not like Warcraft invented the concept of questing in an MMO. It's just that it really put a lot of emphasis on it and gave you a very focused way to progress. Whereas many MMOs up until then were very like, here's this big expansive world, go figure out what to do. Like, go make a virtual life for your character in this world. Whereas Warcraft took that and was like, well, what if we like gave the players specific things to do?
See, I don't like the directionlessness.
Yeah, but
like that seems to be one of the rallying banners for a lot of the hardcore MMO players, or just hardcore.
I mean, I could get into that, yeah.
But it's like, sure, I don't mind, you know, a game taking a hands-off approach, but give me a direction, and I can choose whether or not to follow that direction. Because if you don't give me a direction, I'll be like, well, why am I here? What should it matter?
But here's what I didn't like about Warcraft, and why I couldn't get into role playing, and thus that's probably why I couldn't really get into playing it that much. Because I tried twice. I played a little bit during the beta, and then and I did actually buy the game, and I played for like a month, right as it launched. But it didn't last. And then like I said before, I tried a little bit during right before Wrath of the Lich King. Also, hi Craig. Number one, I didn't like the look of the characters. Like, I like the aesthetic in general, but like, you can't make a character that doesn't look like a hairless gorilla in that game, unless you're Blood Elves. But Blood Elves came later, so.
That's just humans. Humans have one setting. It's hairless gorilla.
I mean, but even the Night Elves, because at the time there were no Blood Elves at the time, as I recall, it was just Night Elves.
Technically High Elves, but they were just Night Elves, but pink.
But even they were like big, and like they had these huge broad shoulders, and they were very lanky, but they had like these huge arms. I just didn't like the look of the characters, and I didn't like the lack of customization.
Well, you've seen the pauldrons in Warcraft. They all need
Yes,
big arms to carry those
yes.
things, which are just small castles anyway.
But then the other thing that
Like
really turned me off was the everything was a meme. Like everything was a reference. Everything. And it didn't even make sense necessarily. It was just like how many Simpsons jokes can we put into these quests? Like, and I just couldn't take the world seriously because of that. Like there was nothing
the world can't take
interesting
itself
or neat.
seriously.
It was all just a big old reference to other things, to pulp culture. And like, yeah, Final Fantasy XIV has some of that, but that's not like the name of a quest doesn't matter as much as the actual content. And for Final Fantasy XIV, yeah, they have memes and they have references, but like the actual quest content is actual like good story and interesting, and usually has something worthwhile to do, or to learn
No,
about the world.
14 is doing something that kind of bothers me.
Yeah, what's up?
They're mixing their themes. The whole point is like, this is supposed to be a fantasy setting, pseudo swords and sorcery. We're starting to diverge into like modern stuff, so it's starting to like muddy the themes a bit, kind of in the same way. What was it, Terra?
Yeah, from like an aesthetic point of view, certainly.
Yeah, the aesthetics are starting to kind of get a little fuzzy, whereas there was kind of like a clear idea of what this was, but the game is expanding so far out and there's so much going on. It's like 14 has a goddamn spaceship. We have a flying car, like an actual just legitimate car. So
I mean,
in canon, yes, they don't well, the spaceship's actually canon, but the car in canon doesn't actually exist, and it's all just kind of fun stuff. But yeah, it's starting to kind of feel like a melting pot as opposed to a specific thing.
to be fair, Final Fantasy has for a long time mixed tech and fantasy. The original Final Fantasy, the most techiest they got was like an airship. It was like 90% or 90 even 99% just fantasy. They started mixing in tech a bit later, primarily I think in like they started doing that in kind of 4 a little bit, and then more in 6, and then 7 was sci-fi basically. 7 wasn't even fantasy. 7 was just a weird sci-fi world. Same with 8, to be honest.
I'd say 8 is more sci-fi, and 7 was a little bit more. Not exactly, because I don't have a strong diesel punk. There you go. It's more diesel punk, because it's not exactly steampunk because they're vehicles. So I'd say it's more like diesel punk in most areas. Because most of Midgar is like really industrial in a lot of the places you go to. And then you go out into the world. It straddles a weird line of like not exactly modern.
Oh, you want to go this
but
way?
not exactly old tech.
Oh god, I've got to double up on all these, don't I? Son of a bitch. All right, well,
right click does nothing.
Friend, you're gonna have to go around. Oh no, he's gonna turn around. He's gonna immediately turn around. No, don't turn around. Actually, no. You know what? You can turn around. Go ahead. Go ahead, turn around.
Oh, it just makes it slow.
Alright, I'm gonna have to double up on at least one of these. Which one? Probably this one. I might have double up on both of them, but for now we'll just pick one. I'm continuing to fix trains because holy shit, the trains in this goddamn game. No, I won't. Space Mommy. Shut up. Can I not? Oh, God. Let's do this. Here's a question. Which side actually do I want it on? I'm pretty sure I want it on this side.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
I can just cross. That's fine.
Beep.
Beep.
I'm next to the train station.
Let's do like one of these, and then let's... these. Now let's do... Alright. No, Space Mommy, no! I won't. Shut your yap, Space Mommy. Craig, are you very quiet today?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure. You know what I might do, honestly, is just go ahead and oh no! Oh no! There we go, that's what I want. Oh no. Well. Come on. I'll go fix it. I don't know why these trains are colliding. What have I done wrong?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
You're not gonna respond, Craig? You're not gonna respond?
You didn't ask the question right.
I did. I said everything.
What do you mean everything?
Oh.
Everything.
Alright. Let's... Re-rail train. Re-rail train.
If I only have an explorer.
Alright, I see. What's that?
I finally have an explorer.
Oh, that's good.
Do you have to fuel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have plenty of fuel. If you come up, you know where the fuel depot is?
Is it just packaged fuel?
Yeah. Do you know where the fuel depot is?
And how do you put it in, though?
You just open up the back and shove it in.
Oh, okay. The workbench.
Alright. I don't know why this happened, but let's take a look. You were going that way, and you were going that way. I think I just need to extend this back. Let me just do this.
Didn't you set up something to automatically fuel vehicles?
Yeah, you can just drive up there.
Yeah,
and
but
go
how
in
do I
range.
do that?
You just drive in front of the building.
Yeah,
Do you
just
know what
drive
building
there.
it is? You need me to tell you what building it is?
No. How do I set up the same thing in my building?
Oh, you just have to have a truck stop, and you feed it fuel, and then anything that uses fuel that comes into range of the truck stop will get fueled up
A truck
to the
station,
max.
I see.
Up to the max that they can carry.
Every floor is too steep for the truck station, apparently.
That's unfortunate. I don't know if this actually fixed it, but we'll worry about that in a bit. I think it'd be cool if you could use the line grabber, for cables on the side of the monorail tracks. That'd be pretty cool. Hear that, devs? Make it happen. Alright. This too far? Not too far.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Like that.
Harvest. Relaying message. Hello, this is Paternal Figure. I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
I'll probably start going down here.
Harvest. It.
All right. Train's about to break for a second. Perfect. Trains didn't break. I unbroke the trains for now. I do wish the hover pack was a little bit faster.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
All right, and then this it's gonna go over here. Can I just do that? And then, oh no. Killed him on the track. That's not good. Alright, and then... That's fine. I want... this. Here we go. Just gonna break this for a second, but that's okay.
Where are your AI limiters?
I don't have them being made. I just do them.
Oh.
Still too much.
Oh yeah, they're not even complicated.
Yeah.
Who knew just a copper sheet and some wire could limit an AI?
Why doesn't this work? It's like it's working every other time. It just doesn't work now. Ugh. This game. This fucking game. Let's just freaking make a floor. This is really what I want. Like this. Except I bet you $1 I could do this. It's fine, yeah. Alright, I need to... Honestly with this. There. And then this goes there. And now... This I don't think is needed. This is only going to go this way. And now this.
Harvest.
Can actually do that. How? How, though?
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
This looks really dumb. It'll look better if I actually add a second thing over there. I don't know if I want to do that, though. This is never going to go this way anymore.
Harvest it. Breaking
This
news
is
from
only
Earth.
coming this way.
Widespread chaos and mayhem.
Only going
World
that way.
President urges
Here.
all citizens to do their
I
part
need
and
one.
harvest alien artifacts.
Let me switches. I think I do actually need to have a two-way thing there.
Harvest.
Having said that, this doesn't go that way right now.
You are so lucky that you found this most valuable artifact.
Jesus Christ, where? Where is it? Okay, okay, Space Mommy, I'll get it just to shut you up. Where is it? I don't even see it. It's not even here. I wish you would shut the hell up.
Comply.
No, you know what? I can't see it, so I can't comply. No, your microphone also. It's messing up. Alright. Let's also delete all this stuff for now. Let's see. This is all fine. This can go that way. And then coming back, it can go either this way or that way, which is what we want.
Relaying message. Hello, this is Paternal Figure.
And then coming
I
back
have
and
taken
go this
ill
way.
and need your help to find a cure. Doctors say that the only remedy is alien artifacts.
They can't come this way, but it's not the end of the world because I'm not really doing anything that way. I might still make a second one going up at least to there and then only one there, but for now I think this should fix shit. Smelly train. Smelly train is having issues. Smelly train, what's your issue? Smelly train only wants to go... I think I know what Smelly train's issue is. Hold on. I'm not going to go all the way up there. I'm going to go over here. Smelly train's issue is that my signals are bad, as always. You can come over here. Smelly train wants to go this way. He wants to go this way. Ah. Yeah, that was it. I might still have a problem up there, but for now we'll see.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hello.
Boxy McTrain face, what's your problem? What's your problem, Boxy?
It's your boggle.
Greetings, John Spartan. What is your boggle?
He doesn't know how to use 3 seashells.
Someone was talking about it the other day, and they were saying You know, they laugh at him for not knowing how to use the 3 seashells, but like, what if it's a case of nobody knows how to use the 3 seashells, and they're just like trying to pass it off as like, oh, of course I know, ha 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 ha.
Well, nobody actually knows how to use it, how the 3 seashells work, but I think the society has this weird thing about it.
How do I like get this to show? Why can't you go there? I know why. I know why. Because I haven't fixed over here yet. That's why. Alright. I finished all of this, but I didn't actually finish this. That's why. Alright, first of all. This, and also this. No, wrong one. This. Which way? Shit. I've already forgotten which way things are going. Alright, according to this, I'm using this as a this way, which is fine. Right. Now I remember. Actually need to oddly enough change. What? That doesn't make any sense. Alright. I think I've fixed more train shenanigans.
Trainigans.
Probably still going to be some issues later on, but for now, this is what I'll do. We'll just monitor the situation. We need supercomputers. Supercomputers is the next thing that we need. And for supercomputers, we need high-speed connectors, which are circuit board cable and quick wire. We do need to do AI limiters, it looks like. Manufacture them, I mean. Oh yeah, I was gonna do drones. That's right. I was gonna start doing drones. We can do drones. I can make drones. I forget what we were gonna use the drones for.
Whatever
but I can do
want.
them. Well, they're just another transport system like trains, except they don't need track. The only issue with the drones is they need batteries. We have batteries going now, I think, pretty much forever. So all I need to do is actually make some drones and some drone ports. So I will get started on that, I think. I have talking points. I have a talking point for Craig, in particular, because he's the only other one who's actually watched the show. Have you heard the Babylon 5 news, Craig?
Some vagueness about a new show or something.
I don't know if it's a show or a single movie. I'm assuming it's a single movie or possibly a miniseries. It's animated, Craig. It's an animated show. Apparently, it's basically already done. Like, supposedly it's done, and they're just gonna, they're gonna find a time to air it. I don't know. I don't even know where it's gonna air. What streaming platform I'm sure it's gonna be on. So what I've heard is that it has basically everybody back, or should I say everybody that is still living, because unlike the Next Generation cast, who is still going strong, half the main cast of Babylon 5 is dead. But apparently it's even going to have Claudia Christian is even going to be in there, which is kind of surprising. Here's the plot, though, and this is kind of where it gets to be a little bit weird and maybe a little bit worrying. Here, let me actually bring it up. I actually saved the website where they describe the plot. Okay, it is called Babylon 5: The Road Home. Sure, cliche, but sure. I mean, that's expected. JMS is in charge of it. It's not like just some random guy picking up the franchise. It is him. Here is the plot. and again, I'm iffy. Travel across the galaxy with John Sheridan as he unexpectedly finds himself transported through multiple timelines and alternate realities in a quest to find his way back home. Along the way, he reunites with some familiar faces while discovering cosmic new revelations about the history, purpose, and meaning of the universe.
42.
Okay.
This kind of sounds a little weird, I guess. I wonder... The first thing I thought was, do you think it maybe is a post-Sleeping in Light kind of situation?
Oh.
I was expecting more discussion with you, Craig. Do you? I mean, you do know? Remember what happens in Sleeping in Light, right? The final
No.
episode, the last episode of the show.
Actually, I never finished the last season.
You didn't, for fuck's sake. What's the problem? Oh, Kyle ran out of fuel. Sorry, I see a warning indicator on my compass, and I'm immediately like, which train is it? Which train is being a bastard now? But no, it's not even.
All
It's not
of
even.
them.
It's not even the train. It's Kyle. Well, maybe I can't discuss it then. You should at least watch
Please
the
bring
final
on.
episode. You should at the very least watch the final episode.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, the last season just kind of started off weird, and I never finished it.
Sleeping in Light was weird because they actually filmed it at the end of season 4. But then they unexpectedly got picked back up, and so they're like, oh shit, let's just not air it until we're done with season 5 then. So you could consider it to be the last episode of season 4, because it was. But
Well,
I don't know, it just seems kind of like an odd premise, but maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. Apparently it is a movie. It is an animated movie.
it's a stealth quantum leap reboot.
Who would be Sheridan's Al in a Babylon 5 Quantum Leap?
Garibaldi.
Yeah, that makes sense. Unfortunately, he's dead. The actor is dead.
We'll just deep fake his face and voice.
They could.
We can do that now.
They
We
could
have the
attempt to.
technology. We can rebuild them. We can rebuild the cast.
Let's just stop having actors entirely. They kind of suck ass. For the most part.
Yeah. This is long.
Let's just make all our entertainment produced entirely by AI.
Isn't that like part of the writer's strike issues right now?
Strike won't matter if we replace them all with AI.
That is true. What if the AI goes on strike?
Then that's just Skynet. This is how Terminator really happens.
That's fine. I'm okay with it.
We are kind of approaching that. People were talking about watched a video where they're talking about some Skyrim and Fallout 4 mods that have been using AI to give their newly written voice lines the voice of the main like protagonists from Fallout 4, Nate and Nora, and how it's become kind of a little bit of a problem because so apparently what happened was someone made an extra content mod for, I think it was Mass Effect 3. And in that one, they made it so that you can use the character Jack as you can like bring her along on a mission, and they used AI to give both Shepard and Jack some new voiced lines. Rex, and someone apparently told this to Jack's voice actor. And she basically demanded that they take it down because it's, you know, it's imitating her voice, I guess. which they did, but apparently this also triggered a bunch of other mods, mod authors to take their stuff down as well, because, you know, using the AI voice stuff for them, for their mods, because they were afraid that someone might like sue them for it. But I guess that ends up being the question of like, can they sue for this? Should they sue for this? Or, you know, should it be against, I don't know, copyright infringement to use AI to mimic a voice actor's voice?
Well,
And I guess that's kind of the
considering
question.
that there are a few actors that have like, well, I say a few, I don't know how many others, but James Earl Jones has like retired. He's gone on
Yes.
records like he's retired, and he gave Disney permission to allow, you know, voice
Yes.
emulators to use his voice as Darth Vader going forward.
Yes, but he gave, I mean, he explicitly gave permission. He I'm sure he signed some paperwork or whatever, and he, you know, Disney has it on record that they have permission. I think the same can be said for a couple others. I can't remember. There are a couple others that also gave their permission for imitation,
So I feel
for
like
that kind of thing.
that fact alone should tell you that yes, that it should be an issue that brought up if someone's using a program to emulate an existing actor's performance, or just
Yeah.
in general.
Well, just because one guy and one company decided they wanted written permission, just in case, doesn't decide the whole issue for everyone.
But I feel like it should establish a precedence.
Why?
And precedence is
Because
everything in
Just
law.
James Earl Jones and Disney get to decide the whole thing just because they decided in a certain way.
yes, because that takes away the artist from the art. If you can
What do you
just
mean?
if you can just decide that you want to use somebody's voice in a piece of property with or without their permission, and mostly it's going without permission, it's a bit of a kind of like a violation on the actor or actress's part.
Do you think impersonators should be illegal?
That's different.
Still.
It's not different.
It is
It's,
entirely different.
No, it's the same thing. It's just a different tool.
I would say a better
It's
analogy.
arguably a worse tool.
I would say
It's
a better analogy
it's an
would be
effective tool.
so there are mods who that get dialogue, like new, quote unquote, new dialogue made by taking existing voice clips from the game and recutting them together in like an audio program and then putting them back in, so like rearranging the words that they say. And given how the AI voice stuff works, that is essentially what it's doing, is that it's taking in clips, real clips of the voices, and it's analyzing those clips, and then it's attempting to mimic
Yeah.
those analyzed clips in its own, you know, in new ways and in new words. Essentially, you're going to get down to it, it's essentially taking it, like individual syllables and putting them together, just like someone would do so in an audio program cutting existing lines. It's
This
just
is
doing it at a high
basically
level.
An entirely typical moral panic over whether something that's been allowed forever should still be allowed just because the methods to do it have gotten better.
Well, then what do you think? Should people be allowed to use these AI programs to mimic an actor's voice? I should say, making money off it probably should not be a thing, but in terms of like a free mod or something that you can download, you don't have to pay for or anything like that. In that arena, do you think it should be okay to do that?
Well, I'm pretty pro piracy, so
It's true.
I think people should be able to do whatever they want with programs that they have and voice samples that they have access to.
Yeah.
It would be reasonable kind of, to limit the ways to profit from it, but I wouldn't say they should limit it.
Like, hook this up. That's not a... What happened to it? It's weird. Well, whatever.
That was weird. Okay.
What?
My tractor was upside down.
My
fully on
tractor's upside down.
like fully on its back, and this is a flat area. There's no like ramps up or down. There's no speed bumps as far as I can tell, unless it was this bird. I'm gonna have to kill this bird.
The bird didn't.
The bird is dead.
You killed it. My God.
Had it coming.
God. Where is? There it is. I don't know why Quickwire looks so dark in world. All right. Where am I going to bring this to? Over there, I kind of want to. So let's do this. Yeah.
I think legal and cultural restrictions are different, though. Like, if people en masse decide that it's gross to use dead actors, then I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But they
But
have.
I don't think it should necessarily be illegal. But if a company is doing something that a lot of people think is disgusting, then
Well, it's a
hopefully
company.
they-
The company is going to use it for something disgusting. Like, what was it?
Well, hopefully
Coke
that-
already used Audrey Hepburn's image for a commercial.
I mean, they've already used Fred Astaire for things. Dancing with a
hopefully those
Sweeper.
companies will face kind of soft consequences for that. Not like
haven't.
legal consequences, but it would be good if people were disincentivized from doing business with companies that do things that they think is disgusting like that. And if they don't, then people apparently don't find it disgusting enough to not buy their products.